Today, all of you have gathered here today to celebrate for the inauguration of United Nations Global Development Organization. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, dear disciples of Lord Almighty, in the name of harmony, in the name of glory, and in the name of solidarity, I welcome all of you. So give a round of applause because we're going to inaugurate the United Nations Global Development Organization. Without further hesitation, I would like to invite Mr. Philip Mullegama to do the welcome speech.
Very good morning to every one of you. My heart is in great delight and I take enormous pleasure as I make the welcome speech on this blessed day. We've all flocked here, we've all gathered here to witness some powerful initiatives which is going to be of great contribution to the humankind. We are to witness the launch of the website of waytocomfortministries, non-governmental organization, as well as the launch of the website of United Nations Global Development Organization, as well as the induction of the board, governors, as well as the advisors of United Nations Global Development Organization. At the outset, I gladly welcome Reverend Dr. 𝑾𝒐𝒓𝒅, the founder chairman of Way to Comfort Ministry and Way to Comfort Ministry NGO, Reverend Dr. Samuel Tevabalasingam, chairman for Ceylon Every Home Crusade and the president for Hebron Eco University, His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Dr. Sir Lakshman Madhurasinghe, Attorney at Law, Behavioral Scientist, Chancellor for Hebron Eco University, as well as the International of Medicina Alternativa, His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Dr. Sir G.D. Singh, Founder, President, World Peace of Diplomacy Organization, His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Dr. Sir Romesh Jasinghe, Professional Counseling Psychologist, Psychotherapist, Vice President and Ambassador at Large for South Asia and High Commissioner for Social, Economy and Mental Health Science. His Excellency, His Highness, Dr. Sir 𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒂𝒔𝒖𝒑𝒂 Vijaytunga, Director General for Sri Lanka United Nations Friendship Organization, Mrs. Charmaine Ahaliagoda Madhurasinghe, Attorney at Law, former member of Police Commission, Dr. Anoma Veeraratna, Co-Chairperson for Way to Comfort Non-Governmental Organization and International Director of Women's Empowerment for Academy of Universal Global Peace, United States of America, Mr. Tharindu Vijay-Nayaka, Founder, President, United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Sajita Dimal, Vice President, United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Nilofer Fauzal, Secretary General, United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Roshan Fernando, Treasurer of United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Manoj Fernando, Director, United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Junior Silva, Director, United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Manika Vasagam Vijayaruban, Director, United Nations Global Development Organization. And I also welcome all of you other distinguished guests as well as brothers and sisters, fellow believers who invested your valuable time and have present here physically as well as everybody who's connected with us across the world in the digital realm for this wonderful initiative. Thank you very much.
Now we're going to have a book launch. This book is written on the aspects of peace, authored by His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Dr. Sir G.D. Singh, who is the founder, the President of the World Peace and Diplomacy Organization, and the preface is written by His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Dr. Sir Lakshman Madhurasinghe. He's an attorney at law and a behavioral scientist. He's the Chancellor of the Hebron Eco University and the International President of Medicina Alternativa. So I invite Dr. Singh to officially hand over the first copy. Along with him, Dr. Sir Lakshman Madhurasinghe to hand over the first copy to Reverend Dr. Nisanka. Professor Dr. G.D. Singh's release of his latest book, Peace and Diplomacy, Concept Unfolded, is a valuable publication covering many essential components on the element of peace, a peaceful society, barriers to peace, and also a pathway of peace. So this is the official book launch. A leader is a person who knows the way, who goes the way, and who shows the way. Nayakek yanu yayutu marge danna ut, yayutu marge kiya denna ut, yayutu marge yanna ut tanettek. So we are going to appoint the governors right now, the leaders of change. They are our guiding lights, our mentors, our successors for this world-changing organization. I accordingly invite Mr. Tharindu Vijay-Nayaka, the President of United Nations Global Development Organization, and the Secretary General of United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Niloufar Fawzal. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to His Highness, His Excellency, Professor Dr. Sir Lakshman Madhurasinghe, who is one of our senior governors. He will be appointed as a governor today. Also, I invite His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Dr. G.D. Singh. He will also be appointed as a governor of United Nations Global Development Organization. Now I kindly invite Dr. Anoma Veeraratne, co-chairperson of the Way to Comfort NGO, International Director of Women's Empowerment, AUGP, United States of America. Give a round of applause to Dr. Anoma Veeraratne, who is the co-chairperson of the Way to Comfort NGO. The time has come to appoint our advisors. They will be giving us dozens of advisors for this organization, United Nations Global Development Organization. I invite our President, Mr. Tharindu Vijay-Nayaka, and our Secretary General, Mr. Niloufar Fawzal, to appoint advisors as well. Now I kindly invite the man who has guided in this beautiful place, have blessed thousands of people around the globe, around the country as well, Reverend Dr. Nisanka Veerapulige, founder, chairperson of the Way to Comfort Ministry and the Way to Comfort NGO. Hondot prasannaadayak denna obagema devasthane yotumata. Now I invite Reverend Dr. Samuel Thevabalasingam. He's the chairman of the Ceylon Every Home Crusade, President Hebron Eco University. Give a round of applause to Dr. Samuel Thevabalasingam as well. I invite His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Dr. Sir Romesh Jaisinghe. He's a professional counseling psychologist, psychotherapist, Vice President and Ambassador at Large for South Asia High Commission for Social Economy and Mental Science. It is my pleasure and honor to invite Ms. Charmaine Madhurasinghe, attorney at law, former member of Police Commission. Dear friends, give a round of applause for her as well, Ms. Charmaine Madhurasinghe. So dear beloved brothers and sisters, in Way to Comfort Ministry, give a round of applause to these governors and advisors who was appointed as in United Nations Global Development Organization. Now the time has come to appoint the founder members of United Nations Global Development Organization. First, without any hesitation, our dear beloved brother, your brother from this church as well, Mr. Tharindu Vijay-Nayaka, the founder president of United Nations Global Development Organization. He will be appointed as the president of United Nations Global Development Organization, which is registered in the United States of America and even registered by the United Nations, and also is registered in our mother country, Sri Lanka. Ubagema Paliyina Sohra, Sabahapati, United Nations Global Development Organization, my dear beloved friend, Mr. Tharindu Vijay-Nayaka, who formed this concept to change the world, to change the society, to go into the downtrodden village, and to do something for the greatness of mankind. Would like to appoint the Vice President of United Nations Global Development Organization. Since he's also running at a busy schedule, I would like to invite Mr. Niloufar Fawzal, the Secretary General of United Nations Global Development Organization. Mr. Niloufar will be appointed as the Secretary General in United Nations Global Development Organization. And our Vice President of United Nations Global Development Organization, Mr. Sajid Dimel. So you will be appointed as the Vice President of United Nations Global Development Organization. And also I invite Mr. Roshan Fernando, the Treasurer of United Nations Global Development Organization, to receive his appointment as well.
And I'd like to invite Mr. Junior Silva, Director HR and Founder Member of the United Nations Global Development Organization. Mr. Manoj Fernando, Director International Affairs and Founder Member of the United Nations Global Development Organization. Mr. Manika Vasagam Vijayaruban, Director Social Media and Networking and Founder Member of the United Nations Global Development Organization.
And also World Peace and Diplomacy Organization, empowering peacemakers and diplomatics globally. They would like to give a certificate of appreciation to Mr. Sanjay Mendel. And World Peace and Diplomacy Organization would like to give the certificate of affiliation to United Nations Global Development Organization. So I invite Mr. Tarindu to receive the affiliation certificate as well. Thank you, dear all. Friends, they are the founder members and the directors of United Nations Global Development Organization. Sri Lanka, we know it's a land of splendor and beauty, a land of love and majesty. There's no other land like the mother Sri Lanka. If you can see into your arm, this is your Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, waytocomfort NGO has done so much. It has blessed so many human beings. Now the time has come to launch the official website of waytocomfort NGO. I invite Reverend Dr. 𝑛ISSANKA the Chairman of waytocomfortministries and WCNGO, and also Dr. Anoma Veeraratna, ඔබට මේ දිස් වෙන්නේ එම වෙබ් පිටුවයි And we're going to launch the United Nations Global Development Organization website as well. I invite Mr. Tarindu Vijayanayaka, the President of United Nations Global Development Organization, to launch the website of it. And also invite the Secretary General, Mr. Niloufar, for the launch of the website. And now the time has come to invite the President to deliver the President's speech. Mr. Tarindu Vijayanayaka, I would like to invite you to speak a few words on this memorable, remarkable golden day.
Reverends, Excellencies, distinguished guests, members of the Board of Directors, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the inaugural Assembly of the United Nations Global Development Organization, I warmly welcome you all. I am privileged today to address you in this prestigious moment as the President on behalf of the newly inaugurated United Nations Global Development Organization, which is sincerely dedicated to strengthen the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which is adopted by the world leaders in September 2015 at a historic UN summit. These SDGs are also known as global goals, which aim to go further to end all forms of poverty in the world, encouraging sustainable development. United Nations have declared 17 goals under the said agenda. This is a significant commitment to eradicate poverty and achieve sustainable development by 2030 worldwide without leaving no one left behind. As you already know, United Nations Global Development Organization, also known as UNGDO, is a new initiative undertaken by several visionary leaders to cater towards socio-economic and infrastructural development in various aspects, significantly in the areas of spiritual and mental wellness, relief for destitute and disaster victims, and rehabilitation, and ethnic diversity concurrently to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This organization welcomes the challenges to sustainable development goals globally and patronage with its passionate willingness to treat utilizing the strategy which enhances the economic growth and addresses a range of social needs including education, health, social protection, while tackling climate change and environment globally. Ladies and gentlemen, our organization is a non-profitable, globally recognized organization which is to cater towards socio-economic and infrastructural development. As I mentioned, which encourages spiritual and mental wellness, relief for destitute and disaster victims, and rehabilitation, regardless of religion, race, gender, culture, and ethnic diversity. Our team, governors, advisors, advisory committee are consisted with dynamic, self-motivated, energetic professionals, experts, specialists, representing various fields of professionalism. Although they all differ in their own way, we do all share one thing in common. That is, as you know, the passionate commitment to serve the global community with a sense of humanity towards the needy without borders. We share our knowledge, experiences, successful stories, and lessons learned while performing our responsibility towards the global community. The sole determination of our organization is to affirm sustainable development universally, transforming the world to a better place, eradicating all forms of poverty, fight inequalities, and tackle climate change over the next 15 years. Dear all, we are incorporated in the USA and registered with the United Nations DESA and affiliated with the World Peace and Diplomacy Organization and Academy of Universal Global Peace, USA. AUGP is certified and accredited by the United Kingdom and further registered under the federal government of USA. In addition, registered with the United Nations Global Compact, United Nations Academic Impact, and European Commission. Infrastructural funding, locally and globally, is a major sector we focus in. We arrange funding facilities with the collaboration of our international donors to governments to cover up the type of projects in various fields, such as residential housing, agriculture, fisheries, renewable green energy, transportation, roads, water and sanitation, telecommunications, commercial sea sports, and governments buying back projects with the full government ownership to rural areas in the country. Unlike some NGOs which can be seen in the international grounds, we are not focused significantly on funding. We strongly stand until the benefited community, family or person acquires the continued development with a wider capacity of stability socio-economically in the fullest to stand on their own feet one day. We grant them the finance, sincere guidance, advice, and social security until they reach the top of the ladder of their livelihoods. This is the identity and speciality of this organization compared to the others. If I simplify our aspiration into other words, we teach the hungry man the fishing instead of gifting a fish, because we don't need to feed him for a day but for a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe the teaching is worthwhile than doing it for him. Hope you all agree with me. In addition, there are various projects that we have planned into action in various areas related to sustainable development goals globally. Construction of houses is one amongst which we pay a lot of attention for, since it is a basic requirement of human life. Completing the houses with amenities to live secured, hygienic lives to the homeless and the people who live in poor living conditions is an expectation therein. Contribution to hospitals and health service networks in the health sector and the construction of hospitals. Providing land and air ambulances, state-of-the-art medical equipment and tools needed. Carrying out health camps to address growing health issues in the affected areas. Safe drinking water, which is focused to provide urgently needed safe drinking water to many communities with the construction of tube wells and water purification systems. This would be portable as well as in large scale. Construction of schools, providing computer labs and information technology centers for schools, providing scientific labs and lab equipment as well. Construction of school libraries and empowering libraries with more reading material and equipment. Helping children to get back to school, providing essential school materials. Construction of a rehabilitation and convention center, providing severely affected people with emotional support and counseling. Establishment of camp centers for disaster relief, provide urgent disaster relief supplies to disaster-affected families with food and dry supplies in times of need. And construction of roads, which is focused in building access roads connecting rural communities to urban towns and cities. Providing electricity to rural villages and providing funds for fisheries and agricultural industries are also included. As we embark on this great collective journey to accomplish our planned projects, sharing goodwill with the UN and various internationally established prestigious bodies, we consider the universal respect for human rights and human dignity, the rule of law, justice, equality, and non-discrimination, irrespective of race, ethnicity, and cultural diversity, and the equal opportunity permitting the full realization of human potential, contributing to shared prosperity. Further, we hope a world in which every child grows up free from violence and exploitation, a world in which every woman and girl enjoys full gender equality and all legal, social, and economic barriers to their empowerment have been removed. Finally, a just, equitable, tolerant, open, and socially inclusive world in which the needs of the most vulnerable are met. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to achieve it, and I am inviting you all to join hands with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tarindu Wijayanayake, for that wonderful speech.
Reverends, pastors, excellencies, all distinguished guests, brothers and sisters. On this very special day, I give all glory and praise to God. With all pleasure, I would like to share a few words on WCNGO. Sanusumada Maga, or Way to Comfort, is one of the largest non-governmental organizations established in Sri Lanka, serving the motherland for the past 45 years. We cater to mega infrastructural and socio-economic development projects. We work with all communities, regardless of religion, caste, gender, or ethnicity. WCNGO is chaired by founder Reverend Dr. W. Nisankar, is also the founder chairman of waytocomfortministries, has been serving global community, bringing peace, harmony, unity among different ethnic religious groups for the past 45 years. Co-chaired by Dr. Anama Veeratna, International Director for Women's Empowerment, AUGP USA, Chairperson WCM Ladies Ministry, is a philanthropist, social worker, counselor, and a peace ambassador dedicated to social work for decades. Our dedicated team is consisted with dynamic, energetic, self-motivated professionals, experts, specialists, representing various fields of professionalism and experience, such as Vice Chairman, His Excellency, His Highness, Dr. Sir Lakshman Madrasinghe, lawyer and behavioral scientist. He is an academic board member of ETU, Brussels, accredited to European Parliament, and he is also the Chancellor of Hebron University. Vice Chairman, Mr. Tharindhu Vijayanaika, is the President of United Nations Global Development Organization, USA, Director Youth Affairs, AUGP USA, and entrepreneur, gemologist, philanthropist, a young, energetic youth leader, and generous patron to social services. Dr. Wilfred V. Ratna, Secretary General, retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mr. Lalit De Silva, Treasurer, Mrs. Manu Ganegoda, Director, Mr. Anand Vijayanaika, Director, Mr. Charit Vijaysekara, Director, Ms. W.P. Naomi, Director. On our advisory committee represents independent and eminent Sri Lankans and foreigners who oversees our financial as well non-financial operations. And they are His Eminence Professor Dr. Madhukrishnan, Founder Chairman, AUGP USA. Mr. Nalaka Godaheva, former Chairman, Sri Lanka Tourist Board and Sri Lanka Insurance. Mrs. Charmaine Madrasinghe, Attorney at Law, former member, National Police Commission. Mrs. Shamali Gunawardana, former Director General Legal, Ministry of Finance. Mr. Oshan Gunawardana, Project Finance Executive, China Merchant Group, Hong Kong. Mr. Oshan Fernando, Branch Manager, Pan Asia Bank. Our vision is to provide inspirational leadership in relief, rehabilitation, development, and advocacy issues, undertaking major development projects to shape the future of our citizens by preserving our heritage, discovering new knowledge, and transforming local communities through technological, spiritual, and inspirational interventions. A few notable past projects done by the WCNGO: construction of schools, hospitals, wards, houses to homeless, conduction of health camps, empowerment camps for men, women, and youth. Currently, we have engaged in conducting personal development programs for youth, men, and women. We sponsor a large number of families with their day-to-day requirement. WCNGO has many exciting mega projects planned for the future. To share a few words on this with much respect and honor, I invite His Excellency, His Highness Professor Dr. Sir Lakshman Madhurasinghe, the Vice Chairman of WCNGO. May we have a loud round of applause for him as we welcome him warmly. You're welcome to WCM Church to share a few words about the WCM NGO. Thank you very much.
Chairman of WCNGO, Reverend Dr. Nisanka, the governors, directors, and all the office bearers, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here this morning and to share a few words about WCNGO and also the position of UN Global Development Organization. I'm also privileged and honored to have been invited to become the Vice Chairman of WCNGO. WC is known more for WC Ministry as Sanasumata Maga. Now, I think in the speech given by the President of UNGDO, Mr. Tharindhu, he covered well about various projects that we have in mind. And that is mainly globally and related to Sri Lanka. In a larger context, several things that are being planned this year and in the coming years. WCNGO is also, it has an illustrious history. It has done some yeoman service in this country to help people to relieve of their pain and suffering, and also to uplift the conditions of communities within the country. And towards that, we are also thinking of a number of important things. One centers on housing. As you know, housing is a major problem in Sri Lanka. Various institutions like Habitat and the others are supporting people to be able to get a roof above them. But it is still a huge disparity between rural and city or town dwellers. This is an area that is being addressed by the WCNGO in a very deep and serious way in the coming years. The second one was the hospital services. We not only require medicines, we require fMRIs, we require scanners, we require specialists, and specialized equipment to be able to detect diseases, particularly areas like nanotechnology. And this is an area that will be taken over by WCNGO. Third, it was mentioned in the earlier talk, we are focusing on safe drinking water. Safe drinking water is so important. If you look at the pH value of water, we normally drink when it is about 7. But if it is less than 7, metals are mixed and it becomes acidic. If it is 3 or 4, you can even wash the wounds with that water. But a lot of people are not getting proper clean water for their consumption. And that leads to various sicknesses and diseases. The next area is education, where we will have better schools, computer labs, libraries which are fully equipped, online education systems, playgrounds, and all that is needed for today's education. Government has just passed some laws regarding 13 years of education is to be made compulsory, and we are in the forefront of supporting this. Another area is rehabilitation and counseling, as WC has done even before, to be able to rehabilitate and counsel people in the north and the east. The next area is disaster relief. You know the recent floods. It cost the country $2 billion. 700,000 people were displaced. Thousands of homes were destroyed. And this is another major area where we have to be prepared. And then, of course, better roads. We will all agree that we need better roads, even though we are having some nice roads now coming up. We also need to have support on electrification, farming, and other industries. So these are all what we are focusing on from WCNGO. Another important thing which I didn't mention up to now is a major development step that is going to be undertaken by WCNGO, and that is called Eco-Tourism Development Project. And in all probability, the entire 200 acres is going to be located somewhere in Dambulla, which can be accessed through the new highway in about 1 hour. So there are 3 stages of this project, going to cost $185 million, bringing thousands of jobs to our people in this country, putting up high-tech areas of study, center of excellence, which will be mainly managed by UNGDO that was inaugurated today. There will be housing, there will be hotels, there will be walkways, there will be a theater and auditorium that can accommodate 10,000 people. That is going to be the largest auditorium in this country once it is done. Was the arrival of His Eminence, Professor Dr. Sir Madhu Krishan. We welcome you to our midst. I was just about to say a few things about the ecotourism project, which is going to be a part of our WCNGO. As I said, there will be a large auditorium, there will be hotels, there will be gated communities, and there will be a number of areas connecting with it. Also the Hebron Eco University, to be able to develop our leaders in the coming years. So you can see WCNGO has a major role to play in the coming years in our country, and I hope and pray that with your support, we'll be able to continue to do that. මෙහි ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්න හැමෝගෙම යාඥාවෙන් ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ආශිර්වාදයෙන් මම හිතනවා අපිට ඒ අලුතෙන් යන ගමනට පාර විවෘත වෙලා ඒකේ ඔගොල්ල මල් ඉසුරුවයි කියලා ඒකෙන් ජයග්‍රහණය ලබා ගන්න. Before I conclude, may I also add a word about the new organization, United Nations Global Development Organization, that was inaugurated today, and I must congratulate all of you to have great success in the coming years. I was able to help them and oversee while they were registering as a legal entity in the United States, which is fully incorporated, and they have therefore the total license and validity to carry on as a corporate body within the mandate given to them. And I was also there to see that they were registering with the United Nations, DESA, and their entry is available in the website. If you go to the DESA website and put UNGDO, you can see their entry appearing at any given time. So all the best, and let there be a great future, and all of you are part of it. Thank you.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden me, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy just what I feel. I have already come. God's grace has brought me safely here, and grace will lead me home. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. His guiding hand shall be my stay. His friend with me abide, and though I stumble day by day, He shall not leave from my side. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing grace. This earth will one day melt like snow, though sun refuse to shine. Yet God who sent me here below will be forever mine. Will be
I invite the appointed governors to come on stage, as well as the United Nations Global Development Directors, the President, the Vice President, the Secretary General, come on stage to appoint the senior governor. I kindly invite His Eminence, Professor Dr. Sir Madhukrishnan, the founder chairman of the Academy of Universal Global Peace, Ambassador at Large at American Diplomatic Mission. His Eminence, Professor Dr. Sir Madhukrishnan. Dear friends, join your hands together and welcome him in this church. His Eminence, Professor Dr. Sir Madhukrishnan, will be appointed as the Senior International Governor of United Nations Global Development Organization. World Peace and Diplomacy Organization book will also be handed over to Dr. Sir Madhukrishnan. We know leaders are not made, they're born. Or leaders are born or not made. Some leaders have done so much to this church, to this congregation, to many institutions, to organizations. Now the time has come to reward and recognize the leaders of change. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change in the world that you want to see. They are your leaders. Lifetime Achievement Award plus the Certificate of Excellence goes to Lifetime Achievement Award plus the Certificate of Excellence goes to Mrs. UK Kusumavati. The most senior member of WCM Church rendering untiring services for the past 45 years.
Thank you very much. I am back in my family. You have been praying for me. You were on knees. Sometimes you were in tears. And all your prayers are being answered by God. Everywhere, wherever we went during the last 2 months, in Tanzania, in Uganda, in so many places, lakhs and lakhs of people gathered and they attended our conference of 3 days, 5 days, and lakhs of people, they supported us. Really, your prayer are answered by God. Shall we say thanks to God? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let us give all honor, all glory, and all thanks to God. Even in Europe, our mission was successful, and now Malaysia also, I'm coming directly from the Malaysia, our mission was successful. Thank you very much. Yes, coming straight away to this award, as already you know that all these awards are being selected in a very democratic manner and in a very, we have system of our procedures because we are 30 years old organization. We have some systems. So once the names are nominated by a group of our leaders, those who are here, like our Pastor Nisanka, or like our His Highness Professor Sir Dr. Madhuri Singhe, Lakshman Madhuri Singhe, Sister Anoma, and the team, they scrutinize and they select certain things. And I myself also know, because I'm your family member and I'm attached with each and every one of you. You all know me very well. I know the credential of many of you. So then this goes to our USA, our head office in New York. Then the governor of our 77 countries, they sit together, and then after the board resolution is passed, they put their signature, seals of 77 countries, and then only these awards are now coming today here in Sri Lanka. It's not that you're getting this award in Sri Lanka. It means you have, the accreditation or the approval of 77 countries, the governor of 77 countries. So something very big. This sister, she has done wonderful work. Wow. See, I had given some guideline to Sister Anoma and to Pastor, for the selection and all. So I think something more about her, you just say about her contribution to the society, about the contribution to the congregation.
Sister කුසුම් තමයි 1971 වර්ෂයේ මම ගැලවීම ලැබුවාට පස්සේ ප්‍රථම වතාවට මගේ ආත්මික මව හැටියට සිටියේ. ඒ නිසා ස්තුති කරනවා දෙවියන් වහන්සේට අද දවසේට ලැබුණා කෘතඥතාවය පුද කරන්න ලැබුණ අවස්ථාව ගැන.
She is in the news, she is in the website, she is in the mind of 77 country governor. It's a great thing. Glory to God. Let us give all honor, glory and thanks to God. Amen.
දේව සේවය පිළිබිඹු කරමින් වසර අවුරුදු 45ක් පුරාවට කරපු ඒ සේවයේ එරන්වන් සහතිකපත ලබා ගන්න මේ අවස්ථාවේදී කුසුමාවති මහත්මිය. Now the time has come to give an award, Human Excellence Golden Award plus Certificate of Excellence, Reverend Indika Piris. Reverend Indika Piris will be receiving the Human Excellence Golden Award plus the Certificate of Excellence.
Serve the community, serve the body of the congregation, the body of Christ for more than 24 years. It is not a simple thing. For a long years of 24, you have served the community. You have gone to the house of the people, you have served the community, you have served the deprived one, you have served the people, those who are underprivileged, in recognition of your great contribution towards the society and in building up the body of Christ, in building up the kingdom of God. We would like to honor this Human Excellence Golden Award, also with the Certificate of Excellence Award.
Human Excellence Golden Award plus Certificate of Excellence goes to Mr. Padmasiri Fernando. Given leadership to the men's ministry and the generous contribution to the kingdom with his own funds and will, Mr. Padmasiri Fernando also will be receiving the Human Excellence Golden Award plus the Certificate of Excellence.
We know that the Padma Shri Award in India is one of the topmost, the biggest award. But God has given him the name Padma Shri. God has chosen you from the womb of your mother. Am I right? That how a transformation can take place in the life of a drug addict. Sorry to say that. He was a drug addict, but then God has touched his heart. More than that, he surrendered himself in the hand of God, and he made his mind and heart to accept the word of God and to motivate himself, and then he left all the drug, all kind of things, alcohol and all those things from his life, and then started serving the community. He is serving from more than 21 years, not small, going to the community, and now he is a role model example for other alcoholic people, those who are other alcoholic people, and he is now doing transformation work for the community, for the society, in recognition of his great work for the society, for his, and as a fellowship leader for the congregation, he is doing a great thing. So we jointly, we would like to honor him with this award of Human Excellence Golden Award with the Certificate of Excellence.
Padmasiri Mahatai me sahatikpata laba ganne. Certificate of Excellence goes to Reverend K. Nandakumar.
This man of God is also serving the congregation, serving the community, serving the deprived one from last 23 years. He is doing a great work, wonderful work. You all know him. You all know how he is making transformation among the youths. He and his wife, both of them are doing, and both of them are doing wonderful work, transformation work among the youths. Now, we would like to give him, honor him with this Certificate of Excellence of Golden Award and also the Certificate of Excellence for that.
වසර ගණනාවක් පුරා කරපු දේව සේවයේ ඇගීමක් තමයි මේ සහතිකපතෙන් පිළිමුළු වෙන්නේ. Human Excellence Golden Award plus Certificate of Excellence goes to Mrs. Naomi Veerapulige.
There's not much of introduction required for this great lady. Last time when we had the youth camp, I told her, you should not come in a normal dress. You should put that crown like in a queen like. Do you remember that? Because she's the president of youth. So I was really I call her as Angel of God. My daughter's name is also Angel. She's also like my daughter, not like my daughter only. She is also doing a transformation work among the youths. You know, all kind of things that she's doing. I've seen her personally during the 3 days, 4 days youth camp. She was down with the fever, with even she was unconscious for some time. We had to run to take the hospital to her to the hospitals and all. But then she has never given up. She has never given up. She did the work among the youth till the end, and now also all dance, all culture, all those things she is doing. She is not only behind the curtain, but in forefront also as a role model leader, as a youth leader. For in recognition of that, we would like to also honor her with this award, Human Excellence Golden Award, and also the Certificate of Excellence.
Mrs. Naomi Veerapulige, for her wonderful words, her songs, for her dances, for her leadership skills, she'll be receiving the Certificate of Excellence. Human Excellence Golden Award plus the Certificate of Excellence goes to Mr. Charit Vijay-Sekara. Mr. Charit is running the busy schedule. Human Excellence Golden Award plus the Certificate of Excellence goes to Mr. Tarindu Vijayanayaka.
He is my son, Tari, you all know, my spiritual adopted son. If I say something, it is, I think I'm not going to justify that, because so much we have to tell about him. His dedication, I sometimes used to admire. When I was of his age, those days, I am reminded of my own age, those days, like I was working for more than 20 hours per day. So all these days from past 1 year, At 2 o'clock, sometime I'm in chat with him, giving direction, giving him leadership training, coaching him, teaching him, and we are most of the time 24 hours like. And you know about his efficiency, you know about his dynamic leadership quality. He has proved that he is a dynamic leader, a youth icon. For the coming days, I know that he will be a global leader. Already he has stepped into the global faculty, the global community by this new organization of United Nations Development Organization. The dedicated work, the remarkable and incredible work what he and his team has done, it is really beyond our understanding, beyond our any words for us to express our thanks and gratitude to him. With all the recognition, with all his great work, our organization, jointly we all would like to honor him with this Certificate of Human Excellence Award, Golden Award, and also the Certificate of Excellence. As a peace educator, as a role model, global leader for the youth.
Mr. Tarindu Vijayanaika, Human Excellence Golden Award plus Certificate of Excellence. Human Excellence Golden Award plus the Certificate of Excellence. I invite Sister Devika Fernando.
Behind the success of a man, there is woman, the wife. But this wife of Pastor Nandakumar is not only at home, she is all the time in the congregation. She is always rendering her service 24 hours, 24/7. She is doing the service. And the great ministry, the Sunday school, youth and women ministry, what she is performing, excellence. Though she is an assistant pastor, as assistant leader, but I know that she is more than an assistant. More than an assistant. But because of the protocol, yes, you are known as now assistant, but you are not assistant. You are the real, you are the main person, main leader. Anyhow, because she has done a great job. We know that the congregation is growing. The growth is going on. And behind the growth of the congregation, person like our sister, her husband, and a team of work, those people, those who are working hard day and night, we would like to salute them. We would like to give all our thanks and gratitude to them. In recognition of her great work, we would like to honor her again with this Certificate of Excellence and also the Human Excellence Golden Award.
Certificate of Excellence goes to Reverend Nuan Charaka.
All royal families are on the top. He is the pastor of the royal family, the Royal Rangers. Am I right? Controlling the youth, mainly the boys, motivating them, molding them, bringing them to the right path. It's so difficult job, so difficult task. We know that. We have experience in Sri Lanka that even young people, youths of 16 or 17 years old, during the civil war, instead they preferred, instead of coming to the school, instead of coming to the congregation, they preferred to take a gun. And then they were killing machines, the youths, molding them, changing them, bringing them back to the mainstream is a very difficult task. This man of God, he has done wonderful work, motivating the youth, and as a pastor of a larger area, with the many group of people, he is doing a great service in recognition of his great service to the community. We are going to honor him with another degree a little later, but now we would like to honor him with this Certificate of Excellence now with a medal also. Thank you. God glory to God.
Reverend Nuan Charaka, Certificate of Excellence. I invite Mr. Asanka Pereira to receive the Certificate of Excellence as well. Dear friends, Mr. Asanka Pereira, Certificate of Excellence for his untiring efforts in leading the Royal Rangers ministry. Mrs. Vajira Pereira, Certificate of Excellence.
The leader of the Sunday school, may we have a round of applause for her, for the great ministry that she's doing to the kingdom. She has been serving the ministry with an untiring effort for the Sunday school.
Certificate of Excellence, Mrs. Madhushika Fernando.
The leader of the missioners, we thank you for your services, Madhu.
Certificate of Excellence, I invite Reverend Ranila Thukorala and invite Pastor Joy Andrew, Pastor K. Premakumar, Pastor Jagatli and Arachi, all those pastors for their dedicated faithful services to the WCM Church in preaching the gospel. I invite Reverend K. Nandakumar. He'll be receiving the Bachelor of Humanity. Dear friends, give him a round of applause. He will be receiving the Bachelor degree of Humanity. One of the most active ministers in the Way to Comfort ministry, indispensable in every sense of the word. He is dedicated to the social services, church ministries and youth empowerment island-wide. He has contributed much to the youth and lost souls, been a mentor in many projects for 21 years, serving utmost commitment to communities in the country. He's a passionate humanitarian gifted with multitasking skills. I invite Reverend Nuan Charaka. He will be also receiving the Bachelor of Humanity. He's an inspirational, dedicated minister who has been serving for 21 years, giving leadership to the youth and the Royal Rangers ministries. A motivational mentor who has guided and molded the lives of many youth and young children to become useful and God-fearing citizens. He is also a dedicated, faithful minister who voluntarily shoulders many areas of responsibilities in church.
Now is a big surprise, not only for you, but for all of us also over here. Only me and two more person know that. Something very special honor we are going to give today. I would like to invite my beloved brother, our brother Vijay Tunga, to come on the stage, and also sister, our sister Shami also. She is also our board member, one of the director. Please come, both of you, please come for this special, very special honor, very special award. This particular award, see, even I also, because I was not having enough time, I was in Eastern Europe and also in some parts of Africa, and then this board resolution time, the thing was going on, lot of inquiries and lot of things was going on. And we have taken a very special decision. We never took this decision during the last 30 years. We are going to honor a person who has proved his ability, who he has proved he is, as already I mentioned, as a dynamic leader and in the field of all sustainable development work which he is doing earlier. I remember that there was a convention where he could manage for more than 60 to 70,000 people with all kind of, the arrangement in the stage, behind the stage, and TV and all those things. He has done it. He is none other than our brother, my son, my spiritual son, Tari.
Dear friends, now I'm going to announce an award. Mr. Tarindu Vijayanayaka will be receiving, and I will be calling his name like Dr. Tarindu Vijayanayaka. He'll be receiving the doctorate for diplomacy and development. Dr. Tarindu Vijayanayaka ඔබගේ අප්‍රසන්නතාවය ලබා දෙන්න. ඔහු ලබා ගන්නවා ඉංග්‍රීසි අනුවාදයෙන් කියනවා නම් it's a doctorate of diplomacy and development.
We never give a doctorate degree during the last 30 years to a person who is below 40 years. Below 40 years. Our Professor Madhur Singh knows very well. Madhur Singh, we both had a dialogue. We had, some special consideration. Below 40 years, we never give a doctorate degree because we know that they have to prove something on the ground as a social worker, as a humanitarian worker, in a different manner, different dimension. They have to do something in the society, for the society. But then he has proved that he has already done in a very small age of his time, but he has done it. So we had to consider his name for this doctorate degree. Let us once again clap for him and all our colleagues and all, Brother Vijay-tunga. Yeah,
අවුරුදු 30ක් මානි වැරදි නම් ඒ දේව සේවය වෙනුවෙන් ඒ ලබා ගන්නේ ආචාර්ය උපාධියයි. සමාජයට සංස්කෘතියට ඒ කරපු සේවයේ රන්වන් සේවය වෙනුවෙන් තමයි ඒ තරුණ විජයනායක ඒ ආචාර්ය උපාධිය ලබා ගන්නේ. Dr. Tharindu Vijayanayaka is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, gemologist, a social worker, and a young, energetic youth leader with a dynamic personality, keeping up in power with the legacy of 3 generations. Been a mentor to thousands of youth and has given leadership to the youth ministry, WCNGO and WCM Media. He currently upgrades all charity projects done by the family, such as building schools, hospital, wards, roads, for rural villages and houses for the homeless. අවුරුදු 40කට අඩු ප්‍රථමයා තමයි ආචාර්ය උපාධියෙන් පිරිනැමෙන්නේ ඩොක්ටර් තරිඳු විජයනායක.
From today onwards, he is Dr. Thari, and I and my brother, my co-worker, His Excellency, His Highness, Professor Sir Dr. Madhuri Singhe, we both will, this is the biggest degree, the highest, after this there is no other degree. To the right one. Yes, clap for him.
මීට වඩා කිසිම උපාධියක් නැත. ආචාර්ය උපාධිය තමයි ඉහළම උපාධිය. I also invite Mr. Vijayanayaka to come on stage.
This is our academy medal with diamond. 8 diamond. His father is going to put this medal, the medal of honor with the doctorate degree. This medal is manufactured specially with a very, I don't want to say, but yes, in a very special manner it is made. So the first medal what we have made is now put on the chest of our beloved Dr. Thari by his father upon him.
ඉතාමත් වටිනා වූ දියමන්ති වලින් සැදුනා වූ මේ දේ ඔහුට පලන්වන්නයි දැන් සූදානම් වෙන්නේ. Doctor of Diplomacy and Development. Affiliations from the Academy of Universal Global Peace, United States of America. Way to Comfort Church. I invite Dr. Reverend Nisanka, the chairman of the Way to Comfort Ministry, to receive the affiliation from the AUGP USA.
Though we are working together, both the organization AUGP and this WCM for many days, many months and years, but then officially one affiliation was required for our record purpose in our academy there in headquarters in USA, and also where all we are registered in the federal government and also in United Nations. So for the record purpose, this affiliation is given today to the WCM in the old dated, the back dated, this affiliation is given to him. Let us clap for this great accreditation and affiliation to WCM. We all as one family, we will be working throughout the world, throughout the globe, without any boundary, without any limitation, no domain, beyond all such boundaries. We all will be working together throughout the world, in all nations.
Another affiliation will be given to the Way to Comfort NGO. I invite Dr. Anoma Veeraratna, the co-chairperson of the Way to Comfort NGO, to receive that application as well.
This WCNGO is also doing a great work. You all know that. The orphanages, home for the destitute, during the flood, they have done, day and night work, the schools and all such things, what all they have been doing these things. In the coming days, in association with this particular NGO, in the grassroots level, because yes, there are some big people, they are working on the top level only, but going to the grassroots level, through this organization, though they are doing the work in the grassroots level, so with the help of this grassroots level organization, not only for the congregation, but irrespective of any caste, any religion, or any kind of, ethnic background they belong, this organization is doing wonderful service during the past. In recognition of all their great work, we would like to give this official affiliation to work in association for the grassroots level people here in Sri Lanka and other parts of the world also. We give this affiliation and accreditation to them.
Dr. Anoma Veeraratne, the co-chairperson of the Way to Comfort NGO, will be receiving that affiliation. The third affiliation will be given to the United Nations Global Development Organization, the president of it, not Mr. Tharindu, but Dr. Tharindu. I invite you to receive that affiliation as well.
You all know the genesis of this United Nations Development Organization. You know the Adam and Eve of this. Adam and Eve of this particular organization. And myself and my colleague, my brother, His Highness Professor Dr. Lakshman Madhurasinghe, we both were like as a mentor, we were giving them all blessings and all kind of guidance. More than me, our professor has done wonderful work. I cannot forget the work of the hard work of our professor. He is so busy. He's having, I think, how he's getting the time, I have to learn something from him. Many things from him. How he's getting time. He's having a World Congress from tomorrow onwards. He is so busy. Even during 2 months he was busy. But in spite of all his busy schedule, he could find the time, the legal proceeding, the legality and all those things he could help. And I was away in Africa and other countries. Anyhow, we all jointly have made this thing possible to make this as a legal body under the United States of America as a legally incorporated body there with a registration number, and also in the United Nations Development of Economic and Social Department and other United Nations branches also. So let us give a big clap for this organization. In the coming days, this organization is going to do in collaboration with many other organizations. Already they are doing a similar kind of work through our SUNFO with our United Nations Sri Lanka forum, with the Dr. Vijay Singh. Please come, yeah. Come. Yeah, come in the front. You should touch. So, sometimes one person cannot achieve the target. When Adam was alone, God created Eve. So for SUNFO, Eve has been created.
Adam sahay evage Adam mulena tamai etumanan kiya sitinne.
You are Adam and he is the Eve now. Okay. In a very befitting manner, this organization will work together. Many of us will be working together for the development, sustainable development of Sri Lanka. We know the problem is Sri Lanka. We know that livelihood problem is there. We know that youths are still migrating to other countries. We are unable to give them livelihood to them, for the youths and all. It's a difficult thing. One organization cannot do. So like this, a parallel, like this sister concern of SUNFO is going to be in association with SUNFO, and we will be doing wonderful work in the coming days. Once again, clap for the team of Dr. Tari and this United Nations Development Organization. All our blessings.
All of you, His Eminence and His Highness and Mrs. Charmaine and Dr. Vijay Thunga, Reverend Sankar, and all our Professor Ramesh Jasinger, Reverend 𝑒𝑰𝑵𝑵𝒁𝒁, and all the distinguished guests for spending your precious time from morning with us. And may God bless you all. Thank you very much. And I forgot, of course, last but not least, Professor G.D. Singh, our dear friend from India. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us this morning. And all the pastors, believers, for putting up with us, sharing your time, precious time. Our services has never been this long. Thank you very much for staying with us, all you dear brothers and sisters, and all our viewers around the world. Thank you very much for staying with us and joining these very joyful celebrations from Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you all. God bless you.